Greetings, my scattered brothers and sisters in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that His presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. We move into chapter 3 of 1 Peter. It goes like this: Wives, in the same way, submit yourselves to your own husbands, so that, if any of them do not believe the word, they may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives, when they see the purity and reverence of your lives. And so there's a few things we need to highlight here. First of all, Peter is addressing members of a household, and so he has already addressed the slaves, and now he's going to speak to wives, and next he's going to speak to husbands. And he says, in the same way, wives, in the same way. In the same way as what? Or maybe in the same way as who? Wives are to imitate Jesus. They are to trace Jesus. And even though Jesus was reviled and treated wrongly, treated harshly, yet Jesus did not retaliate. He did not threaten, but he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. In the same way, wives are to respond to their husbands. Their husbands may not treat them properly. Husbands may not show them respect. Husbands may not do them right. But they are to imitate Jesus. They are to trace Jesus. And so rather than threatening or reviling or finding a way to get back, they are to respond with love, and they are to entrust themselves to the one who judges justly. Trust that God will deal with their husbands. Meanwhile, they need to imitate Christ. This is the same word that he gave the slaves in terms of their masters, that if their masters treated them with cruelty, they should still return kindness, and they should still do their job out of service to Christ rather than to the master. And so no threats, no retaliation, but simply tracing Jesus. And so wives are to do the same thing, go the same way. Also, it's significant that he says to submit to their own husbands. So the wife was not expected to submit to every single man. No, the wife was to submit to her own husband, not somebody else's husband, not just the male gender, but in the household, the one that she's under was her husband. He was the leader, the head of that household. Now, also notice that Peter recognizes that many of the Christian women did not have believing husbands. And so the goal is to win their husbands over. And the way that they'll win their husbands over is by their behavior. Not by arguing back, not by trash talking, not by cruelty or getting even, but that they'll win their husbands over to Christ when the husbands see their pure hearts, when the husbands see their good behavior. They'll actually win them by their behavior. They won't even need to use words. Now, I don't know where you find yourself scattered today, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a family member that you want to win over. And I wouldn't be surprised if that family member can be pretty hard to live with at times. Whether it's a spouse, whether it's a child, a parent, a cousin, a relative. But I just wouldn't be surprised if you have a family member that is hard to live with at times and you want to win to Christ. Well, the key is to imitate Christ, to trace Christ, so that you don't even have to use words, that they actually see your good behavior, they see the purity of your heart, they see your character, and they recognize the difference that Christ has made in your life. And so as you imitate Christ, especially when they're giving you a hard time, as you imitate Christ, you're actually winning them over to Christ. It may take time, but they're going to see the difference that Christ makes in you. So wherever you're scattered today, in the same way as Christ, keep doing good to others, even if they are giving you a really difficult time. And as they see your character, know that the Spirit's at work to win them over to Christ. God bless. Have a great day.